Hello, everybody, and welcome to the return of the Fuel World Series. This is round 2. We are in beautiful Long Beach, California. My name's Matt Owens. I'll be your commentator and producer this evening. It is a perfect 72-degree day here in Long Beach. We've got 40 laps of action in store for you tonight. The green flag for the race will be dropping at 3 p.m. local, or in simulation time, or in sim. So no threat of any darkness or anything of that sort. We've got 2 extra sets of tires tonight, 75% fuel load as well. We are expecting about 19 laps for a full bore fuel stint. So you go, pushing 100% for 19 laps. That's what you'll get, about 19 laps in. So look for the guys and the girls to be saving just a little bit of fuel to make it on one stop tonight. And each and every driver must run 1 full green flag lap on both tire compounds. So in the IndyCar Series, they have a black tire and a red tire. So that's just what it is in iRacing. It's a hard and a soft tire. So here in the Fuel World Series, we'll be running both sets of tires. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys choose to start on. Obviously, the red tire will be preferred for qualifying. Red is going to be the soft tire. The white walled or just the black tires, I guess they've been updated. So they're the green tires now. The green tires are going to be the soft tires. Excuse me. I have not raced the Indy car in a road course in a year or so, but this is my favorite car in the service. It is just me tonight. No Jared joining us on this one. Jared's, working. So, we understand. Good luck, Jared. Have fun this week. So we see the 12th car here of Zach Henry, who did not start last week, but is making it out to race number 2 here in Long Beach. As we continue to try to rebuild this Fuel World Series, I want to thank each and every one of you guys that came out to race tonight, or that will. Still got about 7 minutes left in practice. I think let's go ahead, since we're still a little early here, let's go on board here in the gyro cam with Zach Henry. Well, let's go with Will Roberts. Will is going to take us on a lap of Long Beach here so you guys can get to know it. Full disclosure, I know the track. I just don't know what the names of the corners are called or anything like that, so I apologize. So this will just be turn 1. This will be the fountain section for me. Still getting used to calling IndyCar races and a lot more road courses, street courses, things like that. So, well, I have pulled up a track map, so we'll see if that helps me. Here we go. Will's coming out of the final turn, which is turn 11. That turn 11 hairpin is very tight, very tricky. So now Will's got at least 1 lap. I'm not sure exactly how many laps he is on for this stint, but he's currently riding on the white walled tires, so these are going to be the hard tires. So here goes Will into turn 1. Turn 2 here, the fuel, or the fountain section. The exit there is turn 3. Then we've got turn 4 right here, a hard 90-degree right-hander, followed by another 90-degree right. That really unloads the car there. Will got that front left of his wing just got, well, never mind. Maybe it's not chopped off. But turn 6 and 7 here. followed by another really, really fast 90-degree right-hand corner, slightly downhill on the entry there. That's turn 8. Come down the second to longest straightaway on the circuit to turns 9, followed by a quick double left for turn 10, and then we follow it up with the final corner, turn 11, the hairpin. Super tricky. You can lose a lot of time in that corner right there. Probably is not going to be Will's best lap, but not too bad. A 109.9. His fastest at the moment is a 108.4, probably on the soft tire. Let's see who else is out here. Mitchell Welker also getting some laps in here in turn 7, approaching turn number 8. Well, it turns out it didn't take me too long to learn the numbered corners. Mitchell also did not start last week at Homestead, Miami, but from everything I hear, expect Mitch to be really fast tonight on street courses. Apparently he is very good. There's Mitch Welker in that baby blue car. '13 of Oliver Williams, who also did, I don't think, started last week. I don't recognize their name. Apologies. But welcome aboard. And we got Mattia Marcomini here as well. I think they're, oh, no, maybe on pit road, I think. Yes. Yep, there's Mattia right there. Last week's winner, Nick Sudik there in the 87 car, won, I don't know if it would, I would say controversially or not, but definitely a shock there, a shock finish. I know last week's runner-up, Christian Kendall here in the 08 Sleep Token Machine, he was a little disappointed, he said. I talked to him after the race. He said he was a little annoyed, but, you know, that's racing. Still though, brought it home second place. So he said he'll take that any day of the week. Says just hoping to get one of these this season. He's been very close so far in his time back here, the Fuel Premier Series and the Fuel World Series. Currently, the third fastest time in practice with a 107.811, which just happened to be his last lap. Also, just in a minute, expect some dogs to bark, so I apologize if I have to shut up in the middle of talking. My wife's about to come home, so. Yeah, pretty slow lap there from Christian, a 110.8. We didn't see what happened in the first section, so might have gotten loose in turn 1 or 2 here. Yes, Mitchell Welker currently the fastest on track, leading pit road here, or leaving pit road. Let's go ahead and follow some of these guys. Let's go on board with Mitch and see how he gets around for a warm-up, it seems. We've only got about a minute left. So Mitchell Welker with a 107.3, Nick Sudik second with a 107.5, Christian Kendall with a 107.8. That's everybody in the 107s, it seems like. Oh, Mitch gets a little bit squirrely there. Do we have anybody else out on track at the moment? Doesn't look like it. Yep, my wife is home, so expect some dogs barking here in a second. Good thing we got there before the race started. Got about 30 more seconds in practice, so yep, everybody just seems to be sitting on pit road. Everybody's ready to go. So we're gonna ride along with somebody during their qualifying lap or laps. Oh, we got the 7 here, Zach Passon trying to go, well, he's exiting pit road with only 10 seconds left in practice here and probably just realized it, so parking it. All right, I think we will ride along with last week's winner, Nick Sudik, here to start our qualifying. I expect pretty much everybody to come out here on the greens. So I'm going to sit back. You guys relax with me here, and let's ride along with Nick Sudik here as long as he's about to, go out here. Yep, he's already in the car, so we'll ride along here with Nick and see how he gets around Long Beach for his qualifying session. Or not. We'll ride with Zach Passon here. Last season's Fuel Premier Series champion and last night's winner, the Fuel Premier it's Charlotte, the Fuel Premier Series. So you guys ride along here with Zach, and I will be back in just a second. All right, guys and girls, sorry about that. I am back. Zach Passon here is coming around. What turn is that? Turn number 9 and 10. The double left-hander for 10. And here, this can make or break whether or not you get the pole or are in the top 5, because that exit right there sets you up for the longest straightaway on the track. Zach Passon there starting his first lap at Long Beach. Pretty good turn 1 there. See if he's smoothly able to get through the fountain section here. Coming around to turn 4, the first of 2. Oh, just barely gets into the wall, but not too much. Shouldn't be too bad there. And then the really sharp turn 6 and then turn 7 here. Coming down to the 90-degree right-hander that's slightly downhill of turn 8. The back straightaway here, coming to turn 9 for the quick, I guess you could almost call it a stadium section. It's not really, but it's the closest thing this track has to a stadium section right here. And then the final corner, ooh, locks up that right front a little bit. Not too bad, though. And coming across the line, tires should be nice and warm now. He is riding on the hard tire. I think that's 0. He got a 0 exit, or a little bit of an incident point from sliding up against the wall early on, and his lap did not count, but it was a 109.8. Definitely going to need to pick up the pace. Mitchell Welker currently sitting on pole with a 107.7. A little bit early on the turn in there in turn 6 and 7, coming to turn 8. Just trying to get it across the line for a lap. Not the best there, entering turns 9, and then 10 is okay. I know Zach not going to be happy with this lap, but Zach's still trying to get better with this car, self-admittedly. But still a good, clean, quality lap there from Zach to get it across the line. 110.0 is the official time for Zach Passon in the number 7. Let's see if there's anyone else. Don Runkle Jr. currently in the 00, not even starting a lap. And that is going to be the end of qualifying. So the guys actually start pretty close to the start of the race here. They don't go all the way around the track. So we're going to go ahead and go through the grid. Your pole sitter with a 107.753, the 76 of Mitchell Welker. To his outside, Jackson Robillard in the number 98, 108.05. So not 3/10. That's a pretty big margin for pole. Third place, Nicholas Sudik, last week's winner with a 108.064. Christian Kendall going to be starting fourth with a 108.333. Fifth is going to be Will Roberts with a 108.520. Sixth, we've got Mattia Marcomini in the 34, the 108.590. So from second place on back to about fifth or sixth, we're very close. Very, very close. Zach Passon going to roll off in seventh with a 110.67. Jared Dixon in the 43, a 110.589, going to be rolling off in eighth place. Ninth place in the 12 car, Zach Henry with no time. Evan Adams as well, no time. Don Runkle Jr. going to be rolling off 11th in that 00, no time. And to round the field off, Oliver Williams in the 13, making their debut with no time. Don't blame you. I've absolutely done that because this opening lap here at Long Beach is quite scary, especially if you're not super familiar with it. Shouldn't have any full course yellows tonight. So I would expect us to be able to easily complete this race in the 45-minute time limit. It's good to have Indy cars back though at Fuel. Missed it. I know Will did as well. A lot of these guys were itching to come back and race some open wheel cars. So thanks to each and every one of you guys, all 12 of these gentlemen out here tonight. Thanks for showing up, and let's put on a decent race for everybody. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, the pace car should be coming in this time by. Mitchell Welker going to lead us to the green flag. Jackson Robillard in the 98 to his outside.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Mitchell Welker with a strong getaway. Jackson Robillard not too far behind. As the cars come screaming down to turn one here, hopefully everybody keeps it tidy. So far so good from the front of the pack, as everybody tries to navigate the fountain for the first time tonight. And a quick double right-hander. Keep it off that outside wall and keep it really tidy through there. That corner is slippery. They exit there. Turn 5, very slippery as they come down to turn 6, a quick turn 6 and 7. They go downhill for the fast 90-degree right-hand turn 8. A little bit of a scrape there on the wall for Nicholas Sudik. Everybody, though, has gotten away fairly well. All right, clean opening lap from the top 6 to 7 as Mitchell Welker going to lead lap number 1. Mitchell, Jackson, and Nick all through the tight fountain section very well here on lap 2. Tires just starting to get up to temperature. Looks like we may have had an issue, but between maybe Zach Pass and Jared Dixon, I believe, started on pit road. Quite a bit behind everybody. Oh, as Jared eats the wall on the exit of turn 5. Not what Jared wanted. Going to try to limp it around, go ahead and come down pit road and get that front bumper repaired, or that front wing, I should say. Looks like everybody else, though, doing okay. Not any damage here from any of these gentlemen. Don Runkle looking okay. Nope, he is missing actually his front left wing as well. A little bit of contact with the wall at some point. Going to try to baby it around the final corner there. From 8th on up, though, everybody's gotten away really well. No issues. Don Runkle into the pit lane. Would assume Jared Dixon into the pit lane is in here. Apparently not. Jared is opting to just stick it out. We'll see how that goes for Jared. As Mitchell Welker is currently already pulled a second lead on Jackson Robillard in the 98. Let's go on board here with Jackson and see exactly what he is seeing. Now that the tires are up to temperature, you can start to push a little bit. But keep in mind, you get about 19 laps of fuel here, so these guys are going to try to get past lap 20. So they're going to have to save a little bit here. Very smooth exit there on turn 11. Actually able to gain just a little bit on Mitchell. Jackson Robillard in the 98 able to gain about 2.5 tenths on Mitchell Welker. That straightaway. That is what a good turn 11 can do for you. As you may have seen, though, some rubber flying off the front of the car. There's going to be a lot of marbles offline here in about 2 or 3 laps. Once you go offline on a street course, it takes about half a lap for the tires to get back to normal. Jackson Robillard has the 87 of Nicholas Sudik right behind him. Nicholas trying to see what he can do, maybe undercut him, get a little bit better of an exit here. The 98 of Jackson Robillard going wide on turn 11 just to get that extra oomph down the straightaway as we have a clear breakaway from the front 4 cars. The gap to Will Roberts from the leader, Mitchell Welker, is already 9 seconds. Front 4 cars all within 2.5 seconds of the leader. We have a couple people still on pit lane. It doesn't look like Jared or Don Runkle here pulling it back out. Zach Passon also disconnected. So currently we've got 9 cars out on track. Mitchell Welker starting to roll here with a 2.5 second lead on Jackson Robillard. This, you could really see the difference here. How much faster Mitchell has been so far. Just pulling away from these guys in second. 98 here of Jackson Robillard, though, got a little bit to worry about. He's got the 87 of Nicholas Sudik, last week's winner, and the 08 of Christian Kendall bearing down on him for second. Things are going to be getting pretty interesting here. So all 4 of our top 4 here, all on the green soft tires. Mitchell Welker about 2 seconds faster than 5th on back every lap so far. That is insane. Will Roberts running some decent laps back here in 5th place. But it seems we've got definitely Mitchell looking like the class of the field tonight. Already pulled a 3-second lead on Jackson Robillard, Nicholas Sudik, and Christian Kendall. Looks like that 87 of Jackson Robillard, or the 87 of Nicholas Sudik trying to get around Jackson Robillard there, but Jackson with a really good defensive position to take the inside lane there into turn 1. Really, really good battle here for second. The laps continue to click off pretty fast. We're already on lap number 7, about halfway through it. These guys are coming down to turn number 9 before the quick, fast in-stadium section here. '87 car of Nick Sudik just buying his time, waiting for a good opportunity as he gets a little squirrely on the exit there. That is going to really hurt his momentum down the front straightaway. That'll give Christian Kendall the opportunity to close in the gap on him. Christian looking to get every square inch out of this car. Almost, I couldn't believe he didn't collide with the wall there on the exit of the fountain. So close. But everything is, you can reach out and touch almost anything on this track. And your night could be over just like that. One tiny little error and your night is over. So that is something that each and every one of these guys has to keep in mind. You got to keep digging all night. Mitchell Welker could make a single mistake and end his night. It looks like Welker's got control of the field tonight, already halfway down the front straightaway, turning into turn 1 here. 4.5 second gap on second place. Zach Henry here in the 12 car, just passing a few people that look like they were in pit lane. Mattia Marcamini actually in pit lane. Oh, it looks like he's going to have to get some damage repaired here. Will Roberts navigating the fountain turn. Coming through turn 4 there, getting a little bit of the curb. Not enough to make him hit the wall, though. Looks like Will opted to start on the hard tire. This continues to be the best battle on track between these three guys right here. The 98, the 87, and the 08. All under a blanket. Fighting for second. Lap number 10 is just now finished, so we're just now starting lap 10. That's how far ahead Mitchell Welker is. 5 seconds for Mitch is the gap to second place. A little bit of a bobble there from the 98 of Jackson Robillard on the exit. Jackson with a defensive line there into turn 8 to try to defend all the way down the straightaway. 87 right on him. This might be a time to try to use that push to pass to get around. They are side by side into turn 9. 87 going to have to just back out. Going to try to get a really good launch here. These guys also have a push-to-pass button. You have about 10. You got 10 uses in that button. So in iRacing, it's 10 button presses versus a certain amount of time, or at least it was the last time I raced in IndyCar. And it adds, I think, 15 or 20 extra horsepower to try to get around that car in front. It stays active until you hit the brakes. I do not have any ability to show you guys or actually see exactly how many uses these gentlemen have, unfortunately. Do a quick update on everybody. Mattia Marcamini still on pit road, about 2 laps down. Zach Henry disconnected. Jared Dixon still in the race, but also, well, still physically in the race. Zach Passon and Don Runkle Jr. also have DNF'd or disconnected. Mitchell Welker continues to lead, going through the fountain section right now with a 7-second advantage on lap number 12. We see Will Roberts here coming into turn 1. Has a 7-second advantage over 6th place Oliver Williams here in the 13, making their Fuel World Series debut. Welcome. Evan Adams also grinding away tonight. Christian Kendall at some point got around the 87 of Nicholas Sudik, of course. I kept the camera on these guys the entire race, and as soon as I flip away, something happens. So Christian worked over the 87 of Nicholas Sudik last lap. So now the 08 got his eyes set on 2nd place and Jackson Robillard. All right, well, we're nearing where some of these guys could potentially come down pit road to get some new tires, especially those that started on the soft tires. So why don't we go ahead before we do that? We'll get a nice little turn it up here, ladies and gents. So go ahead and turn up the volume. I'll shut up and let you guys enjoy some engine noise for a little bit. All right, now lap 17 here. Mitchell Welker just began lap 17. Coming down the front straight. Sorry, finished lap 17. Now lap 18. Continues to lead. Has pulled his advantage to a 10-second gap to the cars behind. Jared Dixon, as we saw there, the Creed car is back on track and has made a few passes of everybody that did not continue their race. Mitchell Welker getting closer there to Jared Dixon. Mattia Marcomini also back out on track. Oliver Williams had a little bit of trouble. He's still missing his left front wing there. We want to get out of the way of these guys who are battling for position and have been all day. Great job there from Oliver Williams in the 13, getting out of these guys' way. Nice job, Ollie. Man, I'm really impressed, though, with how close these guys have all been within a second the whole race, these three. Since lap 1. We're on lap number 19, so next time by we will begin lap 20. No one in the lead pack or on the lead lap has come down pit road yet. But just to give the breakaway here, Mitchell Welker, 12-second advantage on Jackson Robillard here in second place. Will Roberts 30 seconds behind the leader, Mitchell Welker in fifth. Absolutely crazy advantage for Mitchell Welker and even these three guys right here. Mitchell Welker already currently on lap number 20. So we are approaching halfway, and I would expect these guys to come down pit road right now. The 98 and the 98 of Jackson Robillard and Christian Kendall, both on pit road. I wonder if that was an audible for Christian to just follow the 98 right on into pit lane. So since this is the battle for a second, let's go ahead and stay on board here with Christian. Christian gets off of the jack faster and is going to be in front of the 98. Let's see how they sort this out here. The 08 of Christian Kendall going to be getting out in front of Jackson Robillard. Oh, wow. Just kidding. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. We got to see that really quick. I don't know. We don't even have time for the instant replay graphic. Not even sure what happened here. Oh, no. That is not the angle we wanted. Oh, Christian just a little late. Interesting. Not sure, maybe Christian communicated with him to tell him to go first, or if he felt like I'm not sure what happened there. Well, they are still right beside each other, neck and neck here. They got fresh, hard tires, so these things are going to be cold and slick. You can already see the rubber building up on the outside of turn 11 back there. Mitchell Welker has also come down pit road for a change of tires. Will Roberts, currently leading the race, has yet to come down, but that's as I expected. Mitchell Welker almost had an entire pit stop covered there. Oh, someone off the track who in turn 1 that looked like. Who was that? I don't know who that was. Oh, so a little bit of damage there as well. Maybe for Christian Kendall. Yeah, that left front wing looks a little damaged. It looked like overshot turn 1 and had to stop. I thought. Maybe it was someone just locking up. That is really going to hurt this battle here for Christian Kendall. He's going to have a lot. He's got a lot of damage on that front left. Let's go back and see what happened to Christian. I have a feeling I know. Oh, yeah, there was someone locked up right there. Who was that? Was that Mitchell Welker? Oh, no, that's the 87 of Nicholas Sudik there, locked up in turn 1. So here's what happened to Christian. Just overcooks it into 5 a little bit. Too much. Oh, clips the exit of turn 5. I've done that 100 times myself. Yeah, he's fallen back about a second and a half off of Jackson Robillard. Nick Sudik on the cold tires, unable to get a good launch into turn 1 after, I believe, it looked like he was coming out of pit lane maybe. Had to lock up there. No damage to his car, but a 7-second loss to the 08 of Christian Kendall. So now just damage limitations here for the 08. Going to try to hold on to a top 3 or 4. Has a massive gap to be able to do just that. Will Roberts already come down. Oh, no, as Will has a destroyed left front. Oh, Will. Oh, on cold, soft tires. No. Oh, the attrition is piling up, ladies and gentlemen. Will trying to get her to turn. Gonna dive into pit lane. At least the car is responding enough to where he can do that. But Mitchell Welker just absolutely laying it on tonight. 14-second gap to second place Jackson Robillard here in the 98. Why don't we ride along with Mitch here? He's about to start a lap. We'll ride along with the man of the hour tonight. All the way down to second gear for turn 1. Doesn't even bother shifting into the fountain. Chips down, actually, to first gear. Just very, very clean and tidy all the way around the track. You know what I'm noticing is Mitchell is very, very smooth with the wheel. Not a lot of jerking, not a lot of overcorrecting, very deliberate and smooth. Yeah, absolutely great. I mean, he makes the car look like it's handling like a dream. Right, lap number 25, so over halfway now for the Long Beach Grand Prix. Mitchell Welker out to a commanding lead. Evan Adams and Oliver Williams, though, about to have a battle for 4th. Oh, Christian Kendall on pit road. Oh, no, I didn't see what happened to Christian. We got to go back and see. Oh, I see what we had. A lockup and a destroyed car. Oh, there it is. That will do it. Christian just pushing a little bit too hard to try to catch that 98 car. battle for fourth is still on with Oliver Williams missing half of his front wing. Yeah, honestly, I can't believe he's holding on to the car as well as he is. Once Evan gets right to him, I would expect Evan to make short work of this 13 car. Oh, is Oliver a little bit wide on the exit there, scraping the wall. The exit of turn 8 as both of these guys head towards the stadium section here. Turn 9. Then the double left, turn 10. 59 of Evan Adams just needs to be patient here. He should have the downforce and the speed. Oh, as the 13 bounces off the wall again. Got a little bit of toe damage in the left front, it looks like, as well. I am amazed that the 13 here of Oliver Williams able to hold on to his car as well as he is. Will Roberts still on pit road getting his damage repaired. Yeah, Evan just trying to not push it here, getting a lot of, gaining quite a lot in that double left-hander there. Tried to, wow, the launches that Oliver Williams is still able to get, even missing half of his front wing, is incredible. This is a really interesting battle. I mean, Evan probably, he kind of assumes, I'm not sure that he knows that the 13's got damage. And yeah, the difference in tires as well. But we'll keep an eye on this battle here. The 98 of Jackson Robillard right behind these guys. He is definitely hoping that they sort it out by the time he gets to them. But man, Mitchell Welker opening up a 20-second advantage. About to try to put the 34 of Marco Mini another lap down. As Mattia is able to pass Christian Kendall and Will Roberts while they sit on pit road. Oh, Evan Adams able to get around the 13 of Oliver Williams as he pulls it down pit road. So that is going to do it now for any competitive battles on track at the moment. So we'll ride on board here with the leader as he tries to navigate this lap car of Mattia Marcomini. Approaching turn number 11 here to complete lap 29 and get us even closer to only 10 laps to go. Jackson Robillard now in the 98, keeping her clean. Coming up on the back of Evan Adams here. Nick Sudik only a couple seconds behind the 98, even after that incident in turn 1. At least able to save the car. Evan Adams, though, grinding it out for a top 5. Comfortably in 4th. Oliver Williams into the wall again. Oh, no. Okay. Letting the leader pass, but the left front is still not fixed. I'm not sure did he hit the wall again? The left front wing is still not repaired on that number 13 machine. Will Roberts also still sitting on pit road. Mattia Marcobini after giving up that lap to the leader, Mitchell Welker. Jackson Robillard and Nick Sudik, man, bleeding time now. The gap all of a sudden has jumped now to 29 seconds from Mitchell Welker. Wow. I think that 13 of Oliver Williams, he's in pit road here, or yeah, I think he had a meatball flag because his name is highlighted in black as he had a black flag. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Man, Mitchell Welker putting these guys on notice for any more road course races this season. Wow. These guys are going to have to bring it if Mitch continues to show up on the road courses this season, because Mitch is absolutely this is a take him behind the woodshed kind of beating right here. Yeah, that gap now over 30 seconds back to second place. As the 98 and the 87, yeah, the 98 of Jackson Robillard must have had some kind of issue to have that gap jump as far as it did, because now the 87 of Nick Sudik here ready to pounce on the 98, only about 1 second behind. As our leader is approaching and has just now. Oh, I apologize. No, he's already lapped Evan Adams, so he's up to everyone from fourth place on back is at least one lap down. God, Mitchell Welker absolutely spanking these guys tonight. I mean, if there's ever been a blowout in a race, this is it. But either way, we do have still a pretty compelling battle for second and have the entire night, as we're now getting to lap 33. 8 laps to go. Let's get one last little turn it up for a lap or two between these two gentlemen right here as they try to decide second place. right, ladies and gentlemen, lap 35 of 40. Up 36 of 40 now as Mitchell Welker gets us to 5 to go. We also have only just over 5 minutes to actually finish the race in terms of time as well. Looked as though Jackson Robillard kind of olayed Nicholas Sudik up to second place. Didn't really want to fight or wreck each other. It seems like just trying to get to the end of this thing, I think, for both of them. But wow, what can I say that I haven't already said? Mitchell Welker coming through the last corner here, turn 11, the hairpin, to start lap number 37. Absolutely dominated from start to finish. 0.3 faster for pole, and has been nearly a second faster on average from second place. That's absolutely insane. Also, gotta say, love that scheme, Mitch. I'm not gonna do schemes of the night here in IndyCar or the World Series until we get a good amount, about 15 or 20 cars in. But if you guys want to come out and try to challenge this man, please come on out next week. We'll preview next week, but we're back. I think we've got an oval next week, so I don't think Mitch will be at quite the same advantage. We do have 2 road courses, 2 or 3 on the season this year. We have 8 total races. I believe the second race, or the second road course race, is Watkins Glen. Ooh, slightly into the wall there from the 76. Rein her in, Mitch, rein her in. You got to make sure you finish this race after stretching out to a 34-second advantage in 37 completed laps. Unfortunately, the closest battle on track is a 4-second gap. Something Jackson Robillard absolutely fallen off Nicholas Sudik here in the 87. All right, well, absolutely no pressure here for Mitchell Welker. But you got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to start the last lap here, Mitch, before the race is over. I'm sure he's not worried about it, trying to just get out of here, I'm sure, with a dub. Man, what a clean, perfectly executed race here from the 76. What an absolute clinic from Mitchell Welker here tonight, reaching a 35-second gap, still lapping in the 109s and has all night. His best, almost a 107, a 108.099 though. But Mitchell Welker, for the second to last time, is going to come out of the hairpin in turn 11. And he is going to see the white flag. He has been waiting for that since lap 2. He's got to keep it clean and tidy all the way around the track. One final time for Mitchell Welker here. Was able to lap up to 4th place. So only the top 3 guys are going to finish on the lead lap tonight. Those brake rotors are glowing. They're ready for some time off. Well, they're about to get it because, Mitch, you are about to bring it home with a one of the most dominating wins I have ever seen here in Fuel. Start to finish, no problem. Had everybody covered all night. It was just this guy, number 76, Mitchell Welker. He finally comes out of the final turn for the final time. He sees Barney holding that checkered flag, and he is going to take it. Mitchell Welker with an absolute blowout, ladies and gentlemen, to take home the win by 35 seconds in 40 laps here at Long Beach, California. My goodness. Nicholas Sudik here going to try to bring it home in second, coming through the stadium section now. Through the final corner for the final time. Barney's arm is about to fall off from having to wave that checkered flag for so long. Nicholas Sudik brings it home in second place. Jackson Robillard finishing in third. Evan Adams, who just crossed the finish line, will be the first car 1 lap down. He's going to finish in fourth. Mattia Marcomini also just finishing up his race, going to bring it home with a top 5 after some issues. Oliver Williams, though, going to bring it home in sixth. Congrats to Oliver in his season premiere. Jared Dixon in that number 43 Creed Chevrolet absolutely takes it higher and destroys it. And that is going to put a cherry on top of this cake that Mitchell Welker is going to have all to himself tonight. Man, what an absolutely dominating performance from your winner here, guys. 76 of Mitchell Welker. We'll give him a few minutes to cool off, and if he wants to come up and get interviewed, we will do that, just that. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I will be back in just a few minutes with our winner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have your winner here, Mitchell Welker. Not really challenged from the very start of the race. What did it take to just stay focused for that one and bring it home?
I was hooked up, focused the whole time there.
Well, first of all, love the scheme, by the way. If we did any scheme of the nights, I think yours would get it here in the World Series. But what was your strategy kind of going into the race? I saw you started on softs. Did you have like a target lap that you were going to try to reach to come in, or did you kind of just take it how it came tonight?
Yeah, I started soft. Wanted to make a breakaway best I could. But knowing going in there was a fuel save, I just targeted the fuel number I needed to, and made that pretty easily and was still able to pull a gap. So nothing too complicated tonight. Just saving from the start all the way to the end, pretty much. Um, and yeah, just started soft to break away, like I said.
Well, I was going to say that was an absolute beating. You beat everybody down tonight. Are you showing up for the other road courses this season?
We'll see. Um, I have a very busy life, so I'll make what I can. Tonight was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I could make it. But yeah, we'll see about the rest.
Okay. Well, we definitely hope to see you out here, and hopefully somebody will show up to compete with you. But either way, congrats on the win, man. Was there anybody that you wanted to thank before we wrapped it up?
Yeah. Thanks to Alan for watching. Thanks to Emily for watching. Thanks to our partners, Lazy Rockets, Open Medicine Foundation, and yeah, just a great night. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I enjoyed watching you rip the track apart. That was an absolute clinic. Congrats again to the 76 car. Mitchell Welker, your winner tonight. Congrats, Mitch, and go celebrate with your boys and girls.
I will do. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a race. It was honestly that battle for second was extremely compelling all night. To the last like 5 to 7 laps there. But excellent race from Mitchell Welker. Absolutely dominated tonight. Blew out the field. Your winner again, the 76, Mitch Welker. 37-second advantage to the 87 of Nick Sudik there. Jackson Robillard in the 98, bringing it home third. Evan Adams in fourth. Mattia Marcomini in fifth. Oliver Williams for his Fuel World Series debut tonight, bringing it home sixth. Jared Dixon seventh. Christian Kendall, after a little bit of trouble entering turn 8, had to just destroyed the car. Brings it back in eighth. Sorry. Will Roberts in ninth, also had to get some damage repaired. Zach Henry in 10th. And after an early incident, Zach Passon in 11th and Don Runkle Jr. in 12th. But another good race tonight. Let's go ahead and preview what we've got coming for next week. So next week, right here on FRN, the Fuel World Series will be heading to Indianapolis. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. So the legendary, I don't know, Indy 100. We'll call it the Indy 250, since it is 100 laps. We'll have right here next week, next Thursday night. So we will see you guys here about the same time, about 8:20-ish, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. And for everybody else here at FRN, which is just me, this has been Matt Owens, and we really appreciate you guys coming out for the race tonight. And we will see you next week at Indianapolis. Good night, everybody.